What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Farley here, and I am super stoked and excited to show you this album I got today. I pre-ordered this about a week ago, and I want to say at this point, thank you to Beth over at B-Side Records. I did not know this album was available for pre-order until she did a video about a week ago. She does a video, I don't know if it's like once a week, but every so often anyway, where she talks about some of the new soundtracks that are coming out. And so I watched it and I was like, holy cow, I've got to get that soundtrack. And there's a couple of reasons why this means a lot to me. And so I'm just going to talk about that real quick before I show the actual album. First off, the Band of Brothers HBO miniseries, it talks about kind of the startup and the eventual deployment into World War II of Easy Company of the 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment. They actually trained before they were sent to England at Currahee Mountain, which is near a town called Toccoa. And it's about 10-15 minutes from my house. And so they actually trained only minutes away from where I was. Of course, that was in the early 40s, and I did not come into this world until 74. But 30 years earlier, they trained here locally where I live, and there is a museum that you can go to that kind of celebrates the 506th and you know, in general, World War II soldiers. And so that's the first reason why I really wanted this album, you know, is that there's a, you know, kind of a hometown reason to want it. Second, I was actually many years ago and pounds ago, I was in the 101st Airborne Division, which the Easy Company was a part of in World War II. And when I got to Fort Campbell, they were actually doing this Band of Brothers thing where you could screen the movie and actually meet some of the guys, you know, and I think most of them have passed since, you know, this miniseries came out. But man, it's just a fabulous time to be at the Fort Campbell and the 101st. As soon as I get there, you know, you're reminded of the history of the 101st. And in this case of Easy Company, the 506th, and their huge role they played in World War II and Overlord and D-Day and Market Garden. So anyway, so another reason why I really wanted this album is it's a soundtrack to a movie that really shows the depth of the friendship and trust and really love that soldiers have for one another. And in this world today, there seems to be a lot of negativity and hate and racism and all these different things. But Band of Brothers shows, you know, even though there's no colored troops that were assigned at the time, you know, there's Jewish soldiers and there's soldiers from different backgrounds, but you kind of see how all of that disappears when that person, you know, has your back in, you know, in a firefight. And so it means a lot, and it's, you know, a lot of trust that you have with your brothers when you're, you know, in a firefight or a war or battle or whatever. So, you know, and when I was in Iraq, you didn't care if the guy beside you was Jewish. You didn't care if the guy beside you was of another color. You didn't care about those things. All you cared about was that he was your brother and he had your back and you had his. And so this whole miniseries, that is, you know, one of the main things I take away from it is it really truly is and was and continues to this day a Band of Brothers. So that being said, let me show the album off so I quit yakking. First off, this was put out this year. Like I say, this was available for pre-order, and this was the first day it was available, and I got it through Amazon, so I got it overnight. This is put out by At the Movies on Music on Vinyl, and the hype sticker says music from the Emmy and Golden Globe Award-winning series Band of Brothers. Of course, this is composed by Michael Kamen. This is a limited edition to commemorate the 75th anniversary of D-Day. Contains exclusive poster and insert. There was only 700 numbered copies of this made. This is on silver and black marbled vinyl. And of course, it's 180 gram. So, and by the way, this outer sleeve is the thickest outer sleeve I've ever had. And it's got the flap, resealable flap there. And so this is just really, really cool. A nice touch. This is an album that I paid more than I normally would for, but that's okay. Sometimes it's okay to do that, you know. So we've got, of course, the cover, and then we've got the back. I love this. I mean, this is what it all boils down to, really, is just friends fighting for friends, soldiers fighting for soldiers, for each other. See, and Pup-Pup's, even Pup-Pup's interested in this. So, and this is a gatefold, and it's a four-sided double LP, and this is just crazy. Oh, there we go. I don't have the best camera, so I thought it was out of focus. Sometimes it will not go back in. So that is just very, very well done. This is really, really thick. I don't know if cardstock or what you'd call this, but really, really thick. And then you've got 2 LPs. Pup wants to play. These are going to be on marbled gray. Just check this out. Do not scratch this, doggy. So that's beautiful. Cool labels. And then you've got the insert, another great picture. And the other side of the insert. And then you've got the other album, which is, you know, basically just the same as the other one. Marbled gray, 180 gram. And then finally you have the poster that comes with it. And I won't be able to get all of this in the shot, but there you go. Just awesome. And another thing too, the acting in this is top notch. Some of my favorite characters in it, of course, Lieutenant Winters there in the middle, and then I think he ended up in the miniseries. I think he ended as a major, and gosh, really every guy in here really did a great job in his role, and I have nothing bad to say about the miniseries. It has become another one of those yearly things you watch at least once a year, if not more, you know. Especially for Memorial Day or something like that. It's just one of those go-to films that I know I will go back to. I have the set on DVD. Probably need to look see if it's on 4K, but man, it's going to be expensive because it's like, I forget how many parts there are, but it is not short. It is a very lengthy miniseries. So anyway, man, just wanted to share this with you. Sorry I've probably bored you to tears with all this, but I'm very excited to get this. Thanks for watching, and yeah, I'm just super stoked, and maybe look for a vinyl rip one of these days. But yeah, thanks for watching. Again, thanks, Beth, for showing this the other day. I had no idea about this until you mentioned it. So, all right, everybody, take care. We'll talk to you soon. Finally out.